Hi everyone, I am Wicked Crafty Mom, also known as April, and I am bringing you a flip through of my personal junk journals. I've got this microphone cord, sorry. It won't leave me alone. It won't stay out of the shot. Alright, yep, nope, there, it's over there now. Okay. So this is my personal journal. It is the first personal journal I put together. It's huge, 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 huge. And there. I just put some, I love the movie. I'm not trying to steal the movie title, but I love this cover. And this is kind of, it's the first one, so this is where I've been like playing around with, oh shoot, I lost my J. With my journal, just playing with different ways to decorate the spine, decorate the cover, a tassel. I made some beads. I did some like netting around the tassel just to see. Let's see, more beads. This is a mess, but this one is a piece of banana tree yarn that I got at a local store. And so that's the outside. This is a journal that I took and I just cut out a bunch of pages in a bunch of spots. The more I put in here, kind of the more I ended up needing to pull out. And this still but can be, believe it or not, tied closed with this. So there's that. And so in every one of my, I forgot to put the date finish, but in every one of my books, I'm trying to put this, a tag like this in. And this is actually a gold coin from a package from the Dollar Tree. I just thought that was fun. This is some lace that I coffee dyed. This is the first one, so I'm experimenting with stuff. I've got a flip out, fold out here with tags and quotes and journaling. And then I've got, whoops, and then it folds back up. I've got this one that I just kept adding to, but this is paper that I wrote on. And I cut a circle out of it because, again, playing around with background papers. I've got this that is book pages that I wrote on top, and I really just wrote words, random words. Yeah, I wrote words. I wrote random words on it against the background, and I inked it to make it brown. I've got quotes in here and different things that happened. These are different journaling entries. Like, I didn't need anything big to write this one out. I just needed a little tag for it. And then I tucked it in. I've got writing on the back of this. Let's see. I made a tag, so I ended up with this tag, this holder thing, and it was still sticky. So I just stuck it on this because it makes a neat little pull out, but it's clear, so you can't really see it. But if I wanted to, I could put some string through it, and I still might do that. I didn't write anything on this, but I really like this picture. So I've got little snippets in here. I've got this because Corona. Oh, this is from a school book, but the funny thing is, like, I am not a huge math person. I don't do very well with mathing. So I kind of talk about my relationship to math here. Let's see, more quotes. I've got little cards here. These I got in a swap. a tag I made here with just bits and pieces. And then this is from packaging. And then I've got, this has journaling in here. Let's see, this is talking about, this is a memory I have of my great-grandfather. Quotes, more journaling, more journaling. These I just cut out of stuff I had made. I've got some music that are 10 songs I love, 10 books I love, 10 things I collect in no particular order. This is talking about the rose bush at my parents' house when I was growing up. Let's see. This is just a sales flyer around the edge of the journaling.
I did it.
I'm on a video. I'll talk to you in a minute.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That was youngest child. Anyway, so this is just from the Dollar General or Family Dollar, whatever we have here. This is talking about the crazy bird that we have that sounds like it's been smoking for 50 years and hacking up a lung, and it just randomly shows up. Chris has since told me that it is a blue jay. And this is just bird pictures that I got from a book. This is a page, a Zentangle page I drew, and of our bunnies, and so I just made a copy of it and stuck it in here and colored it in one day because I needed to be productive on my journal, but I didn't really have anything that I wanted to say. This is just another paper that I photocopied and then I colored in. Let's see, this is words cut out from a garden book, and that made the border here. But I also have, this is when we went into lockdown, was pretty much the 6th of March when we stopped going outside and stuff. Right. So there's this, that's that. More journaling. I just use different things to make borders. This is a photocopy of a paper that or a shirt that I really like. This is all Mod Podge napkins and stuff, and I just kind of was playing around to see what it would do. This sticks closed because it's all Mod Podged. Let's see. This is about a trip we took out and about. This page is about my mom. This says genuine grandchild handprint, just not sure which grandchild. And then I've got little tucks in there. These are just origami cups that I made for fun. And then I stuck them on this piece of scrap paper. This is a list of stuff from the garden. Let's see. I like this page. I made this stamp. And then I made this stamp. And then I used them and made like a little Mario world. This is my 14-year-old when he was like 3 climbing in the play place. Lyrics to songs. These are flowers that I made after watching the Paper Outpost make flowers like this. I really like what they added to the page. This is an envelope that I covered with different scrap papers. Another stamp that I've made. Let's see, my Thankful 30 that I lost track of. I put this in here because it reminded me of family Thanksgivings. This is some fabric that I stamped that butterfly on and stuck on the page. This is a blackout poem type thing. It says stories get off the paper with help from the mind, and I really liked the way it came out. And this is just a bunch of scraps that I was playing with. This one's a lot more simple. I stuck something in this and in acrylic paint and painted it, and painted all of this stuff too, just to kind of add to the grungy look. And I've got some cards in here, and this is from a date day that my husband and I went on when we went out to Boothbay last year. It was last summer. I started writing I'm a badass because pages or things that I've done that like I was particularly proud of, because it's important to, list your accomplishments, and I really like the way that it feels when I say I was a badass because I whatever. So there's that. Fall activities that I love. This is the day our church that we got married and burned down. This is talking about what Christmas was like when I was growing up. For example, how our wrapping paper was determined and whatnot. These are envelopes. Nope, this is just collage. This is a song that my kids really liked, but it's also journaling. There's journaling spots all through it, tuck spots. This is an envelope that I covered and put paper in and wrote in some inspirational quotes and some songs and why I picked them. This is just a pocket page. Really like this though. I made this out of a book page and some markers. These are summer activities that I love. There's a lot of journaling here, and I was not crazy about showing it, but I really do like this page. And it's funny because you don't actually, like, these are not my people. I have no idea who these people are. I cut them out, but it's a placeholder, so if I end up with pictures I can put them in here. And I've got quotes on every little flip out flap. So, and then this was to add some texture to the page, and so was this. Alright, and I've got little tucks here and tucks here. And then this is my A team. I found this page and it said the A team, so I listed the people that I care about, that are important to me. This is an envelope that I had that I just stuck in here after writing who I had for teachers that I can remember. 10 places I want to go. A quote about travel, because this looks like a suitcase to me. And there's this page. This is one of my favorites because it turned out pretty much as calm and soothing as I wanted it to. More quotes. This is more fabric, or this is a photocopy of that fabric, and then I used it as a tag. And let's see, this flips up with journaling. This is a book page that I decorated and colored. Let's see, more book pages. Let's see, more book pages, and a collage that I found this word on some packaging, so I just pasted it on top of this page, and just as I came up with stuff I wrote it down. And then this page was cobbled together with a manila envelope and then a bunch of blank scraps. So there's that one. I may have had to fast forward through some stuff or cut some stuff because I didn't realize that I had missed some information I didn't want to publish. This is my arts and crafts book. And again, this is a book that I really tried. This was a composition book when it started. And I had watched Liz Drake, and she makes junk journal, art journal things. So I had watched her stuff, so I did it the way she did. And what she does is takes the journal and just kind of crunches up all the pages. And so right away you see that you've made a difference in that book, which I thought was really kind of motivating and really, you know, like I've already had my hands through every page of this book kind of feeling. But this is more of me experimenting. This is just different pages and painting and stamping and sewing. And this is that fabric that I photocopied and stuck places. And I tried to use it to keep my journal closed, but it wasn't strong enough. So I ended up just kind of keeping it stuck in here so that it would still be visible. And then I covered the whole thing with scraps and whatnot, and just kept adding stuff as it struck me. So like I painted this one day, like months after I had made it. So again, this is that tag that I put in every book. And this is flipping. This flips right here. You can open it. And this comes out. And these are some projects and stuff. So these are like, this is arts and crafts. That's my craft projects. This was glued into a book that I got that I used for my current personal junk journal. It was a recipe book, but it had blank pages, but it had news clippings cut out and put into it. So what I used for my current junk journal was actually pretty much a junk journal before, which I thought was really neat. So the papers are just crumpled right up, and I really like that. Even though there's nothing on this, I like that I can feel it. Let's see. So these are ways to celebrate good news. These are 2 tickets to paradise because I made tickets. Oh, there we go. Let's see which way. Admit 1, paradise. So these are 2 tickets to paradise because I'm a dork. And this butterfly actually flips up. And this also flips up. This is just that writing that I used for effect, not really for anything. This is a pocket. This is all about one of my favorite books from when I was growing up, when I was about 17, and I just made the tag to go with it, just to go in here. This is talking about, well, it isn't right now, but it will be talking about why I like the book so much. And then this flips up. This is books I've read, and it's actually all caught up now. So when I read a book, the next book I read, I'll just, fill in the spaces and whatnot. And the nice thing is I can add to this as I want. I really like this stamp, the way these came out. This is a paper clip, and I'm going to go over ways to make paper clips as well. But this is a paper clip with a tassel that I really like, and it's from that banana tree yarn. I went nuts with it when I got it. This is a little bunny butt that I made when I was playing around with making different. See, I carved this bunny stamp myself from linoleum, so I wanted to stick it on here, so I made this little paper clip. Let's see. What else? This is, so I randomly, you're going to notice that there's stuff that's not in order, and I do that a lot because I just go to whatever page I want to go to. This was a pocket page I made. This is a paper clip. Like that. This is a pocket page I made playing around with using acetate in my junk journal. Oh, this is my initials that hang off the book. I put eyelets on here and eyelets on here, and these were letters I've had. They're actually from like a baby. Oops, you can't even see them. They're from a baby kit, like a baby scrapbooking kit. No, they're from a page, an alphabet page that I got at the store. So this is like my dream house that I want. This is actually kind of like what I like, the colonial style, but anyway, so this is my ideas from like my dream house. Here's another page that I colored. This is because I had ordered refills from this for my scrap rack that I got when I was scrapbooking, when I was actually pregnant with my youngest child. More stamps that I've made, and this is just a collage I made to decorate it. Oh, and a tab that I just stamped. Some envelopes when I was playing around with envelopes. Oh, this is funny. So this looks like a skull. And so I made this paper clip to go with it. You can't see it. There it is. It's my skull paper clip. I made it. And it says skull in the eyeballs. In case you can't tell what it is. But it was my paintbrush cleaning page. And it just, you know, it was like seeing shapes in clouds. So this is just black. I painted it black. And then I painted it with some metallic paint. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it yet. But it was because of this picture. I wanted it to, this is this picture of a sunset from our porch, and so I wanted it to kind of be sunset into the black sky. I don't know if that came across the way I wanted it to. These are just some pages that I stuck in here, and I'm planning on kind of collaging to make sure that it had some integrity. It would be great if I could talk. These are pieces of scraps from this page for if I want to add to it. So these are so these are things that I've thought about adding to the page, and I just kind of stuck them in here. More banana rope. Oops, ripping the paper. That's bad. This is an envelope I made out of scrapbooking paper, and then it's empty, but I can put something in there if I want. I didn't do a great job on the envelope, but I'm pretty happy with it anyway. I really like this shoe. So this is something I got from the first swap I ever did, and it's just on background paper. This washi was on the packaging, I believe, and I pulled it off. Let's see. This is a picture one of my kids drew, but I'm not really sure which kid it was. So I stuck it in here because it didn't have initials or anything. I suspect I know which child it was, but, you know, not sure. So it's more personal journaling. This is a tuck spot with, mostly just to show me that there's a pocket here because this page is so busy. I just did some, you know, collaging. And tips and tricks. Haven't really done a whole lot with this yet. But I will be doing more. This is these are more bunny butts. These are one of my stamp pages. I got this with one of my swaps, and I really liked the envelope and thought it was beautiful and wanted to use it, so I did. This is a page I want to make, but I've got a lot of them done. So I just wrote in the background, and I wrote on these, and then I wrote on the ones that you can see on. So as I have ideas, I just add them onto the collaging here. I think I'll probably end up extending it over this way too to this page because I'm running out of room. And this is the stuff that I want to use to make the pages. So which sounds really organized, but there's not a whole lot in it, so it's really not. This is a paper clip I made. And these are YouTube channels I like, and I thought that this was a really neat way to, I like this page a lot. I inked the edges and I inked the edges. I think I might have coffee dyed this paper too, I'm not really sure, but I definitely inked the edges and collaged it on. So there's a pocket here, and then there's this pocket here, and I stuck some tickets that I made into it, and here's another ticket down here. And then I've got this stamp I stamped onto pink paper. I connected different kinds of washies here to kind of make a line, just because I wanted to tie in some of these elements together. And so I could journal on all these tags and these tickets, and I could write little quotes or ideas or whatever. There's that. And this was another page playing around. I made these stamps, so I pulled them out. I was using them with acrylic paint. This is a decoupage, or well, a collage page anyway, that I put together, and I thought the poisoning up here. So I have a medical dictionary. So the poisoning amused me because I'm weird. So anyway. So these are things, craft projects I want to work on. These are things I had completed prior to Christmas, and I didn't actually make it. But I did take these. I got these at no, not Joann's. That's silly. I got these at Goodwill. And then I went through and I was kind of playing around with how to use my glitter glues that I got from the Dollar Tree. And so I gave this guy angry eyebrows, but I also, glittered in his beak, made some dots here. And then I added this paper, which is just like what's on the back here, so that I would know it went into that pocket, because I wanted them to be similar enough that they matched and you could see. And then this one I really, really, really like. I just I did the glitter glue and dots in this pattern that I wanted. And then I went through and I circled around with just a black fine tipped pen. And I did it all the way around here. Oh, except I forgot this one because it was still wet, I think. But I made these little circles and they look like chain from thing to thing. And so it's not, it's not three-dimensional except for these dots where the glitter glue is. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot I did the back too. Man, this is pretty. I had forgotten how pretty this is. So I did these designs anyway, and then I linked them in different ways. See, this one is just with lines. This one, is with the circles. And so I just doodled it. I doodled this design, and I really am happy with it. And so I've got this on this side from here, and then this matches this. So that is super pretty. I'm happy with that one. Let's see. Sarah Good. This is a little notebook I made out of scrap papers, but I don't really know that I'm ever going to use it for anything. This was a stencil that I had done. I had used glimmer spray on, and so the stencil had masked here. So I took the page, and this is a pocket, but I also cut this out so that I could use it as a tuck spot. So it's not totally cut out, but I can still stick something in there. And then this pocket, and then there's a pocket here, because this whole thing is a pocket that's glued together. And then I've got another paper clip. And this is just a couple scrap pieces of paper, but I do like the way it worked out. This is actually packaging from one of my washi tapes, I believe. More stamps that I made. These are petals that I had made. So this is just me playing with paper again. I got these at Goodwill in a big package of them. And so I really liked how pretty it was, this gate, and how inviting and everything. So I had coffee dyed this, and then I sewed stitched around the edge here to add some texture to it. I haven't used it for anything, but with the, I really like the sparkly stuff too. But I like it a lot. And so this is my Mastercraft Supplies needed list. And then these are things I want to get, and I've got this little pocket where I can write down $20, where I can do my $20 at the Dollar Tree. So I can make my lists on what I'm going to spend my $20 on. These are my ride or die supplies. I don't have a ton yet. I'm still working on this list, trying to figure out what I use the most. These are ideas for you guys. And then this is an envelope that I stuck on here. Decoupage. This is like a Zentangle design. This is actually, I really like this. I think it's, is it glued on here? Yeah, I think it's glued on. That may or may not, it was not on purpose. But I really like this. I drew this out actually, this whole thing. So I drew this tree, and then I've got stitching around it, and then I've got another layer of book page with stitching around it, and then I inked around all of that. But this is a tab that I made. So there's that. This tag is stuck to the page, and that's okay. See, here's more crinkly paper. And just listen to it when you... There. Let's see. So these are just notes to myself. And these are different washi tapes that I have. This is a collage page that I made that's waiting for me to write something on it. I use this particular one a lot less than I thought I was going to, but also less than I think I should be using it. So I'm working on trying to keep it present where I see it. This won't come off, but this is a paper clip that's just stuck on there, and this is a pocket page. This is part of a map that I stuck on an envelope. Again, things I was playing with. So I duct taped it in, figuring that I would be putting something to cover the duct tape on either side. Okay, and a pocket page with real estate. And, oh, this is a stencil I have that I was playing with, and so I just entangled it, or doodled designs in it. And then I had this pocket here doing nothing. So I took the pocket and used it for my little carrot. Which, there's nothing even on it. It's just from a coffee dyed index card. So there's that. Go home. Thank you. This is just a piece of brown paper bag waiting for me to decide what I want to do with this. This is some lace I photocopied with a black paper behind it so that I could see it easier, or so that it would photocopy easier, and I really like the effect, so I just tore it. And then this is that same lace with no background and photocopied, so I added both of those. This is just a collage page, again, playing around, not really sure what I'm doing with it yet. There's that. That's what I thought. Okay, so these are just notes to myself. I have a ton of those. I like this collage page. This is supposed to be books to make, and so I've got this that pulls out and I can add to it. This is another page that I really like because of the colors and the contrast. I've got some stamping on it. I inked black around the edges. And so that is the end of this book. So Christy, these are my books. And everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe and like down below. I am going to, actually I'm not going to be putting any links for supplies in this particular video because I didn't use any one, batch of supplies. This is just a composition notebook. This is just, I don't know, a hardbound notebook. You can use whatever you want to make your junk journals, and you can be as creative and wild as you want. You can hang stuff from the spines. It's all about what you want and what you need it for. So that's it. So thank you so much for watching, and come check us out at the Wicked Crafty Mom Facebook group. Thank you so much. Bye.